going on YouTube? It's that dude named I am. Before we get started here, I need you guys to click on like, subscribe, and that bell notification below. Why? Because I am on the road to 20,000 subscribers here. It's a big goal, it's a large goal, but you know what though? It is my goal. Today's video, we're going to be discussing how strippers think that the 90-day rule applies. Oh, wow. This one is something else here. So let's get to the video and we're going to try to make this make sense.
It's insecurities within myself.
When you say maybe, you mean definitely. And then when you're doing the making out with girls in public, no offense, aren't you a stripper?
Yeah.
Is waiting 90 days to have sex with a stripper. No offense. If I find out, and listen, I'm no angel over here. I've been with all sorts of women, but
yes, you've made that clear.
No, I'm not even like, I'm just saying I've been with any end of the spectrum, as we talked about.
All right.
If I know you're a stripper and you hit me with a 90-day spiel, dude, no. That's not gonna,
But just
Why?
Could I just
Because
why?
you give-
Wait. Why do you have less respect because my title is a stripper? Exotic
it's okay.
dancer.
Do you want to answer that own question?
I don't think
it's an issue of respect, but go ahead.
That's what
How about
it
this?
sounds like.
Before we even get into it here, this woman had the audacity to ask the question about what's wrong with waiting 90 days and her being a stripper here. See, today, women who want to use the feminist movement and my body, my choice and being liberal and free and not even understanding how men view you here. Strippers are not taken seriously. Unfortunately, like we say here, you're here for a good time, not for a long time. Let's continue.
I'll answer it politely. Many dudes will bang you. I don't know a lot of dudes that will bring you home to mom and marry you.
Because you're an exotic dancer?
A stripper, yeah.
Why not? The way that
That's something you probably should have thought about before you got on the pole.
Hold up. Tiffany.
What?
Mattress actress.
I got something to say about the 90-day thing. So one, no man that would actually wait 90 days when he has other options. They're gonna go to other people.
Let me add one thing to this, because I think there's one aspect.
Before he continues here, that is so true. Most men who do have options is not going to wait 90 days to get some sex here, because if they know that someone else is already in the picture and is going to accommodate them, why are we waiting for you? And on top of that too, ladies, if you are a stripper or an exotic dancer, why are we waiting to have sex when your job is sex work? Every night that you go to work here, you are grinding, you are doing things for sexual gratification for the other men there or women, depending on what kind of club you're working on, $4 bills here. So why would a man wait 90 days to have sex with you when he literally can go to the club and have you grind on him? Make it make sense, people. Let's continue.
And but I think we're I don't know, is this a coaching strategy? Or is it
No, it's just Ari is my friend, and I watch the best for her, and I want Ari to find an awesome dude.
All right.
You guys
I think Michael hit the nail on the head from a female perspective. Compensation, how money basically is your biggest driver, and how you're tipping and all that. Now, if the type of guy you want is a successful business guy, entrepreneur, has a company, hangs out with super successful Fortune 500 CEO type guys, all right? If that's the kind of guy you want, that guy is going to have a very hard time coping, recognizing the fact that, oh, this is my girlfriend, the stripper. That guy's gonna have a very hard time with that. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings.
At the same time, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm just letting you know that guy is not gonna feel comfortable with hey mom, this is Candy, the stripper.
What I'm seeing today is 10 years ago, if you would have told me that men would be moaning and crying about Barbie, I'd be like, no, that's never going to happen.
Okay, but why are we talking about Barbie? Go deeper. You're a smart lady.
About Ken too.
Go deeper. We're not talking about we like playing with dolls. We're talking about cultural narratives and what's happening in America.
Yeah,
you're smart enough to recognize that, right? Have you seen the movie?
No.
So you can't even talk.
Wow.
Because I feel like
But you haven't seen the movie.
I don't care.
Do you see the hubris in women here? The fact that she brings up the Barbie movie conversation, because we see a lot of that going on between men and women here. And so he's bringing about the cultural dynamics and how that impacts in relationships. But what does she say here? She said that she hasn't even seen the movie. So how can you have an opinion and be so strong-willed when you ain't even seen the movie or even able to give context in the conversations here, saying that I don't care? That is the wrong thing to go into, ladies, where the fact that if you don't even have the evidence to back up your argument, you're going by your own what? Your own feelings. And your feelings will get you in trouble. Let's continue.
I don't care.
All right.
So I'm not
Typical woman. If I didn't see the movie, I would shut my fucking mouth.
Well, that's you.
Okay, exactly. Because I have respect.
I want to be a mom someday, but if I have a son, I don't want my son being like listening to all of this and being treated like.
Now, why do you want to be a mom, CJ? Let CJ talk.
CJ, go ahead.
Why do you want to be a mom?
I just do. I had a mom growing
She
up,
would
so
be
I
an
would like to be a mom. I haven't really thought about it that much. I don't feel like it's.
How old are you,
How's that
CJ?
feeling?
I'm going to be 38 in August.
So, what do you mean you haven't thought about being a mom? You're 38. Of course you've thought about
Okay,
it.
so I have thought about being a mom. I
Yeah.
haven't thought that much as to why. It just feels
Okay.
natural.
At what age did you start
Maternal
feeling
instinct.
that?
Maternal
I'm not really like thinking.
What age did you start to feel that natural
Hon-
instinct?
Honestly, probably
32.
about 5 years ago.
Why did it take so long, CJ? You're a
Because I
gorgeous
only
girl.
got sober about 4.5
Los
years ago,
Angeles.
and I always felt like
LA.
I could never
Oh,
take care
the
of a
drinking.
houseplant.
Well, CJ,
Hold on here, guys. This is another issue that we're seeing with a lot of modern women today. I believe she said she was like 38 years old, and up until 4 years ago is when she decided that she wanted to have kids. Now, normally women have that maternal instinct when they are young and able to understand that they do want a family, want to have kids. But when women say it took them to their mid-30s to even say that they want to have a kid, fellas, run for the hills here, because if a woman had to wait this long here, there's other factors in her life that you should look into before you even take her seriously. Let's continue.
CJ, let me just say one thing. Number one, you're a hot ass big bird. That's just straight up without the Good for you.
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
But I'm not picking on you because I'm proud
I don't
of
feel
you.
picked on.
Cool, but I haven't said what I had to say yet.
Fabulous. How about it?
I feel like
Here we go.
I
Nothing
wish
I haven't
I
heard
wish that
before.
you would have had that epiphany phase 10 years ago.
I wish I would have as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So,
watching
and I think that
Wow,
it's I think
epiphany
it's
phase.
I think it's
Yeah.
incumbent on
I've
you
read
to
the
tell
book.
more
My
women
man.
why they should have that epiphany phase at 27, 26, 24, 28,
You can't
not
tell
38.
somebody
It's not
that
too late
at
for
all.
her.
Why can't I tell anybody that?
Stop.
That they need to
She's
have
fine.
an epiphany?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She didn't
They-
even have
How old are
I
you?
agree.
But to have
Perfect.
kids,
Like,
Okay,
yeah.
time to have the epiphany.
But to have kids, you're
Can I
geriatric
wanna
after
go back.
35.
Yeah.
Correct.
I want to
I
go
think-
back.
When it comes to supply and demand, and that's a basic law of economics, now you're talking my language. So Taz's Angels back in the day was a famous quote. I don't know if you know who that is. He said, a bat turns 18 every single day.
Yeah.
And the problem that ladies need to understand is that men get better as they get older, and unfortunately, women get worse. CJ, you're gorgeous. I'll pick on you for a second. What men are solving for is different what the women are solving for. I am so much better at 40 than I was at 22. Even though I was working out and playing football, I had no money. I was broke. I had no status. I had no network. I had no net worth. I had nothing. At 22, you're Playboy cover, bad, hot ass, big bird looking girl doing your thing. And at 38, I would rather have the 22-year-old version of CJ. Why? Because I'd rather have a woman who doesn't, I don't care about your money. We already established you ain't paying my rent. I have to pay your rent. Facts.
But isn't it because
So
you're
I'd rather shush. I'd rather have a beautiful young girl that I can indoctrinate to my views. Take her to Vegas for the first time. Take her to Europe for the first time. Not a girl who I've been like, hey, we're gonna go to Aspen. She's like, yeah, my ex-boyfriend took me to Aspen. It wasn't that cool. It's like,
No, hold on.
So we're
You go to all the
solving your different things.
you go to all the clubs in Miami,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about getting in because she kisses all the bouncers on the
Right.
cheek as she
Red
walks you
flag.
in the club.
Yes.
Yeah, like that girl. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we can't get in. She's like, oh, I'll just call Troy.
Yeah,
was like,
I know the owner. I was on his boat last week.
Exactly.
Really? You were on his
That's
boat?
unattractive to a man.
You guys, ladies, I'm going to say
Who
this
has
again. I'm
boundaries?
going to say this one more time. If you have any unaccompanied photos in Dubai on your IG, take those
Absolutely.
motherfuckers down
The same goes for men.
immediately.
Michelle, whose attention are you looking for?
Cognitive dissonance.
It's almost like I just
That is a great point here. I don't know how many people in my tribe actually watch me, has actually been to Dubai, but ladies, if you have gone to Dubai and we do not see that you are with someone like an opposite sex, your boyfriend took you there thinking that you're there by yourself, we're automatically going to assume that someone paid for you to go down there and someone's paying you to do some things that is some things that guys will not tolerate, let alone go in their head saying, oh my God, she is nasty as hell. Remember that, ladies. Dubai is not your best friend to publicize if you're looking for someone serious. Let's continue.
I just like crave like that person to want me Like
Yeah.
because I maybe it's insecurities within myself.
When you say maybe, you mean definitely. And then when you're doing the making out with girls in public, whose attention are you looking for?
Well, no one's actually. I don't know. Okay, so I have to define. Are we like going towards like a relationship?
Yeah, you're in a
One night
relationship
stand
with them
thing?
all.
I don't know who you're making out with. I don't know who you're making out with random girls. Why are you doing
I
it?
would, but I was
By the way, keep doing it.
I was unclear
But
if we
why
were
are you
talking
doing
about.
it?
I was unclear if we were talking about more of a if it was like a one night stand. If I liked the guy versus if I was in a relationship with the guy. He clarified saying if it was more of a relationship. If I was in a relationship, I wouldn't really go around making out with my friends. I would try, but it would be a fight at the end of the night. So I'm not trying to really do all that.
Any of our guy friends talk like this to us, we'd be like, yo, bro, what the
You're wildin'.
with you, bro?
You're delusionally crazy.
You guys are all like, yeah, witchcraft. It's like, I totally agree. And making out.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is this?
teach me. It's like,
Hold on.
Like the person then like maybe like the veil comes off a little bit and you're like, but that guy's shoes. Why does he wear the same shoes
Maybe
every
it's because
single
we
time?
were just as drunk.
It's just because I feel like we go too fast in the beginning,
Yeah.
and then
Because you're looking at the personality, you're like, oh, this is what this could be.
gentlemen, this is a message for the gentlemen.
It's
This
'cause
is
we were
why,
just as
especially
drunk.
you successful
You need to
gentlemen out
dress
there,
good.
you always got to have a prenup. This bitch is gonna divorce you because she don't like your shoes all of a sudden.
Okay, no. I would not get married to you.
Now I'm saying her. Any of you ladies married in here? Or any of you ladies married?
Tell these
Who the f- would still get
nobody's
married?
married in that room.
I don't know who would marry your ass.
real quick.
Want to get married.
I want to get
Real
married.
quick, a
So
great.
none of you ladies are married? Are any of you ladies in a relationship?
No. Remember, I'm a
All
born again.
So we're all
Single.
taking advice from single chicks who can't keep a man.
Hey, let me give you guys a great
Are
piece
you
of advice.
single?
I don't take
Huh?
advice
Are you
from
single?
single
No.
women.
You're not single?
No,
Who you?
I got many
Sydney?
women.
The vice president.
Let
Give me
this-
Madam Vice President. Give me 1
Let
second.
this be a lesson.
You'll
as
never
why
find
you need
love.
options as a man. Eventually, you're gonna want to pick a good one, maybe in a mine somewhere. But when this option starts going all Kamala Harris on you, X, cut it off, done. Keep it moving, because the last thing you want is a disagreeable, aggressive, annoying, argumentative woman. It's the last thing a successful
so
man
for the
wants.
record,
That is such a good point here. And let's get on to the conversation here that no man wants an aggressive woman here. But let's get to the points here of the round table here in this panel here, because it's about to go off the rails and now I want to continue that here. But we see that all these women here in the room are single and they're asking the basic questions like they have never ever talk to men here. They're asking about the 90-day rule here. And of course, men with options is not going to wait 3 months to have sex with a woman here, especially the fact that there are other women here who understand that, hey, we're not going to put a 3-month time limit on that, especially the fact that women who engage in sex work, I don't care how you feel about it. If you are a stripper, a dancer, exotic, whatever you want to put the name on here, and the fact that what you're doing on a nightly basis is showcasing your body, showcasing all your skin, and then if you're going to the back room or upstairs and you're grinding on men's laps, you are basically saying that you have to pay for more of my time than these customers here where I give it to them basically for free or for that upfront cost here. So fellas, there is no point in even trying to make this a respectable situation when she is not even respecting you. And all the other factors that come to play here that showcase that modern women, younger women, do not understand what men's wants and needs are. The fact that these women can go ahead and say what they're saying here and don't think there's any repercussions or problems here is mind-boggling. Let's add another aspect of what he said here. I don't expect all men to be dating 18-year-olds. But the fact is that there is more women than men in this world here. And the fact that a new 18-year-old comes along every day, the point of the matter is that, ladies, when you are older, your value goes down. But when men, we get older, our value goes up. You never see women that check for young guys. You see, we're 22, 23, 24 years old. Like he said here, we may have been in great shape. We may have had muscles, but we were broke. We didn't have any status. We didn't have the nice cars. We probably don't have the nice place, especially today with all the economics, how expensive it is to get your own place now without having roommates here. So women ignore the young man here. But when we get into our 30s and 40s, that's when we elevate. That's when we are growing and maturing. And that's when women want us the most. On the opposite end, ladies, your prime is in your 20s. So when you get older, your value goes down. So you have to understand, that if you're riding this carousel and that you are going ahead and just making the moves just because you're youth and your beauty, you need to solidify the man that you're looking for at the earliest possible date here. You keep running Russian roulette here and playing crap, and then you're in your 30s and 40s and you're wondering where all the men at. Well, those men are dating the 20-year-old version of you while you're now in your 30s and 40s, and then you'll be forced to settle or get a cat and die alone because no man wants to deal with an argumentative, disagreeable, feisty woman who is older in age and can't even give you the amount of kiss that you're probably looking for. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber. Comment, like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. Let me know what you think about this video and these wild women here, and let me think about my commentary. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See y'all later, YouTube world.